All right, guys, my name is Mr. Higgles. Welcome back to the channel, and today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about the best uses of silver, because I feel like silver is such a rare commodity at this point that we're going to talk about the best ways to use it and everything like that. So the first things first, before we talk about how to use it, I think the better question is how do we get it? What's the best way to get silver? Now, there's a few ways to actually acquire silver in this game. The first two ways we're going to talk about is through the ROYALE at the top left hand of the screen here on the corner. If you click on any of these, guns, robots, whatever, you'll see that there are silver rewards for you to obtain, right? If we go out of there, another way to earn silver is through the black market. Now, these two are probably the smallest ways to earn silver. In fact, the amount that you're going to win from this is negligible. Not enough to make a dent in really anything, especially in the higher leveling tiers, right? So the best way to earn silver, regardless, is to go and play the game. And whenever you play the game, you're going to want to pick up that premium, which is, I think, 50% extra silver. It'll actually tell us right here. Yeah, 50% extra silver. And then coupled with premium, go down to resources in the boosters and pick up that AG, that silver increase, right? And my favorite ones are the big ones, the 60% increases. They're the most expensive, of course, but they're also going to yield you that substantial silver amount every single battle. And coupled with those, with the premium and with the boosters, you can get 1 million per match if you're really, really good and you're getting some good output. So those are the best ways to actually acquire silver. Now that we've got our silver, what do we use it on? Well, I've got in my hangar for you right now, in my opinion, some of the best bots to actually use your silver on. It's precious. You're not going to be earning enough of it because of how long and how expensive everything is to upgrade. So you're going to want to use it on some of the best robots so you're not wasting your time. Now, even though some of these robots, like the Spectre, have been nerfed, a lot of these, like the Mercury, have been buffed. And they're all staples. You can take these bots from the lowest leagues and keep them in your hangar all the way into Champion League, and they will work just fine. So it's not like you're spending silver leveling up a bot that you're just going to have to get rid of when you reach Expert League because it's not going to be good enough for you. So these bots are consistently good in every tier. And if I hop over to my second hangar, these bots are also good options for your silver. Now, the Wayland, not so much. I would definitely, if you have the Mender is a better option. So I would definitely recommend not the Wayland, but the Mender. Unfortunately, I don't have a Mender, so the Wayland is what I've shown here. And then these weapons, these bots right here, these are great. Now, when you're spending silver on bot upgrades, the one thing I'm going to recommend to you is keep your bot levels at a very reasonable level, right? They don't need to be super huge levels. They don't need to be MK2 level 12 or whatever. That's not what's most important. Get your bots. See, my bots in my prime hangar are level 10 to 11, and that's just fine. As you can see, I am a Champion League player. I stay in Champion League. Right now, if we check my trophies, I'm at, 5,127 right now, and I do that all on these levels. So the most important thing, what's by far going to get you more damage, obviously, and get you farther along in the leagues, is by weapon levels. Now, if we go over here to my hangar, and you click and you see my weapon levels, I'm pushing towards MK2 on certain weapons. The weapons that I feel are the most important. Since Terrans came into the game, and I think Orkans have been there since day one, these weapons have been consistent throughout the entire length of the game. Those are weapons I recommend you pouring your silver into because they're staples. They're not going anywhere. But if you take, like, the Shock Train, for instance, I've got 3 of them leveled up, and they don't... I took them out. Now, if I took you through my hangar, you can see a lot, like this level 6 Hydra. I leveled it up and then stopped. A lot of wasted silver right there. And I'm not saying that Hydras are awful. They're just not my style. What I recommend to you guys is looking on YouTube for, there's showcases, I've done showcases, there's showcases of like every weapon and every robot. Find out what your style is, what you like. You can see what's good and what's not. I am leveling these slowly, so that's why they have levels on them. But like, you need to find out what's good from YouTube, from showcases. But what I recommend is definitely pouring your silver into Terrans, pouring them into Orkans if you've got them. This stuff is what's going to help you get more damage, because they're high DPS weapons, which means they're high damage per second weapons. They do tons of damage, and they do it really, really quickly. Another place to pour your silver into is the workshop. Now, unfortunately, the workshop, it used to give you silver for using it. It doesn't anymore, which is really, really unfortunate. I hate that, but it is what it is. So anyway, you see, I'm pouring my silver into the Mender. I'm pouring my silver into the Halo. The Halo is a rooting weapon. It helps people get stuck in place, right? Great weapon to have. It really, really helps, especially if you're using robots like the Mercury, which is dependent on you jumping and getting them in a certain area to explode. It really helps with that. And then the Mender is a really, really powerful robot that heals. So this is the stuff that you want to pour your silver into. Now you can go, like, if I scroll down and I go find the Mender, where's the Mender at? It's here somewhere. Here it is. And I click on this little button beside the produce button. I can choose what I want, how much I want to use my silver. And the more silver I do, just the more time it is. But it's recommended, like, I could do 100 components for 3 days, or I could do 400 components for 6 days. But it's just going to cost me more silver, but I'll get the bot faster. So that just depends on how much silver you're wanting to spend on it. But this is a good place to spend your silver on upgrades and the workshop. You just don't want to waste it on bots that aren't really so great anymore. And robots that aren't so great, I wouldn't recommend doing the Doc. I wouldn't recommend the Galahad. I wouldn't recommend the Rogatka. I wouldn't recommend the Stalker. I wouldn't recommend any of these bots, really, except for the robots that I have in my hangar right now. These are the ones that are really, really great. You could even do a few that I don't have here. Would be like the Bulwark. It's a really, really great bot. But I just want to advise you guys to not waste your silver on upgrading things that aren't going to get very far. And by weapons like that, I mean, like, if I go and look into heavy weapons right now, and I scroll through here, you don't see a lot of thermite usage. And I wouldn't recommend you leveling up the thermite unless you just loved that mechanic, and you love the aphids, and you love the vortex, and that style works for you. Then go for it. But if it's not the best weapon to use, and it's not like a top tier weapon, things like the Cane Days, again, not the place to spend your silver. It's not going to help you out. You want to spend your silver on things that the champion players are running. So you could go over here. So we click over here, and we go to the Legend League. Click on the Legend League over here. These are the people who have the most trophies. Look at that. That's how much they've acquired. They're at 9,000 trophies right now. The top guy is. And let's just click on him. Let's just click and see what he's running. He's running, oh, look at that. He's running everything that I have in either my first hangar or my second hangar. This is the stuff. Exactly. He's running the Terrans. He's running the Orkans. He's got Terrans on the Inquisitor. Terrans on the Spectre. He's got Gust, the same thing that I have on my Mercury. And he's got the Halo on the Gust. This is the stuff that you want to level. If you're ever in doubt of what to spend your silver on, hop over to the Legend League, see what the Legend players are using. That's going to give you a really good idea of what to use. So anyway, guys, I hope this has been informative for you. I hope it's been helpful for you. And until next time, take care. And any questions you have, comment down below.